The Bible was forever changed for me 3 years ago in Washington, D.C. I was at an event for International Justice Mission, and they had a young woman there, Elizabeth, who's 23 now, but at the time of this story, she was 15 when she was the oldest of 7 children living in a Christian family. She wanted to go to Bible college and was in between her sophomore and junior year. She found out about a job in a neighboring community, but while she traveled to that job, she was abducted and taken into captivity in a brothel, was taken across the border into a country where she didn't speak the language. And this young woman of faith, hearing her story, in her own words, she said, all I knew to do is call out to God. And she begged God to save her. And the girls even gathered around and mocked her. They said, God can't hear you in a place like this. I mean, it was the Psalms, happening in that moment as her enemies mocked her. And she said, still I believed. And an IJM, International Justice Mission operative, came and found her there. And they did their investigation, rescued her that night. And when they went into Elizabeth's room, they found something that they had never seen before. In her little 6-foot by 8-foot room, written on the wall above her mattress was, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life, of whom shall I be afraid?" And a friend of mine who works with IJM had told me later, we asked Elizabeth if she would share that psalm as a part of her story, and she had said, no, that psalm really was for that time in the brothel. She said, I won't read that verse, but she said, I will read Psalm 34, which says, I sought the Lord and he heard my cry. That changed the whole gospel for me. I think that as an American Christian, I've taken a lot of these verses to be a sort of a figurative bondage, a figurative oppression, and now I can't read Isaiah the same way. There are people in literal bondage, and I am called to be a part of that, freedom, and it's just completely changed the Old Testament, the New Testament. This young woman taking hold of this verse in such a real way.